It was a tough week for the folks at CBS. First, a settlement was announced after the network got caught selectively editing a 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris. Now, you may remember that interview. She sounded horrible, fumbling all over words, multiple word salads. But CBS and the folks at 60 Minutes went in and selectively edited it to put her in the best light possible in the final weeks of the 2024 election.
When they've shown no inclination to do that up to this point.
Is that what you needed?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
They literally were using our public airways to try to influence the outcome of an election. In the campaign finance world, we call that an in-kind contribution. That's what it was. But the bottom line in all of this is CBS got caught. Now, I know everybody in the media loves to talk about the fact that they settled this case with the Trump administration because they were fearful of Donald Trump and what he might do to their parent company, Paramount. But maybe, and just maybe, hear me out on this. Maybe they realized that they knew they were wrong and that they would lose the lawsuit. You think? I do. Maybe I think that's the answer. Which brings us to the network's late night host, Stephen Colbert. CBS this week also announced that Colbert and the entire late night show franchise was going to be shut down at the end of the year. This is the same show that David Letterman helmed for years and on end. Again, the left and their folks in the media was all outraged because Colbert, they thought, must only be getting canceled because he's such an outspoken critic of Donald Trump. That's got to be the reason, right? That's got to be it. But maybe, just hear me out on this, maybe it's a math issue. I mean, math is hard for some people, like whacked out, left-wing, unfunny late-night hosts. So let me do him a favor and break this down for you. Colbert's show was losing $40 million a year while he was being paid $16 million a year and had a show staff of over 200 people. Ouch. That's a big problem. And by the way, they were losing audience share year after year. So again, I'm just going to inject a little bit of my math here. Just maybe part of it was because he had chosen to create a show where he alienated, another math statistic, 50% of the country. Half of America probably didn't like hearing every night jokes that were against Donald Trump and not that funny to begin with. But more to the point, every night, if you ever did tune in or saw clips of it, their guests included such huge luminaries as the Secretary of Energy and Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff. Yeah, that's the idea of funny. That's the idea of late night. By the way, this is the same Stephen Colbert that did this.
The vaccine.
Colbert, by the way, actually had the second highest ratings in late night TV. He had a 2.5 audience share. Now, I'm going to use Google results to break this down because these are actually people who are leaving reviews, not the fake Hollywood elitist woke folks. Here's how the late night shows weigh in. Jimmy Fallon comes in at a 3.1. Colbert gets a 2.5. Seth Meyers right behind him at 2.4. Jon Stewart at 2.1. And Jimmy Kimmel's in last place with a 1.6. Now, President Trump weighed in, because of course he did, and he called Colbert out after being canceled. He wrote, "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings. I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next, has even less talent than Colbert. Greg Gutfeld is better than all of them combined, including the moron on NBC who ruined the once great Tonight." Now, keep in mind, all these people who say the late night model is broken, not true. Greg Gutfeld over at Fox outperforms them all. And he's on cable, by the way. Not even a fair fight. But here's what Stephen Colbert's response was. Take a look.
On Friday, Donald Trump posted, "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings."
How dare you, sir? Would an untalented man be able to compose the following satirical witticism? Go yourself.
That's it. You got it? Go F yourself. And then a laugh track. I mean, I told you about how big that staff was. 200 people. 200 people. A whole team of comedy reporters. And the extent of their creativity and their funniness is to tell people to go F themselves with canned laughter. Cancel them all. That's what I say, which is something that President Trump says is coming soon. He wrote this on Truth Social. Word is, and it's a strong word at that, Jimmy Kimmel is next to go into the untalented late night sweepstakes, and shortly thereafter, Fallon will be gone. These are people with absolutely no talent who were paid millions of dollars for, in all cases, destroying what used to be great television. It's really good to see them go, and I hope they played a major part in it. So the next time that you see folks in the media settle a lawsuit or get canceled, just remember, it's actually simple math.
You smell that? What is that?
What?
What's that smell?
A cologne?
No.
Opportunity.
No. Money.
Well, if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get more.